nosotros dos, but we have to start. Okay. Let's open our books. We're gonna start a new unit, which is unit 7. Yeah. Unit 7. Yes. This one. Hiya. Remember when. Thank you very much for being punctual, ladies. In this unit, we will be checking past simple, again, time expression, forgotten female firsts, adverbs, everyday English, special occasions, noises in the night, and writing. There is a writing about telling stories, telling a story. Okay. So, what's in the photo? What do you see in the photo, girls, Ale and Laura? What is
Toys,
toys? Yeah. What is this?
that,
Teddy bear. It's a teddy bear. O también se lo puede decir stuffed animal. Peluche, stuffed animal. Uh, we have wooden train or wooden toys, kind of trompo, but they've got their names. I'm not sure about in English, but in Spanish, kind of trompo, right? What was your favorite toy when you were a little girl? Do you remember? Did you play with toys when you were a little?
for me, the trompo.
The trompo, your favorite toy. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Mm, um, I call, ¿cómo se dice? Trucos.
I could make tricks.
I could make trucks, with the trompo.
Okay, so it was your favorite toy. Okay. I play a lot trompo as well, but it wasn't my favorite. My favorite toy toys were Marvel and DC toys like Batman, Spider-Man, and things like that. I play a lot with them. And you, Alejandra, what were your favorite toys?
For me, railway car. I don't know how to say. Pistas de auto.
Listas de autos? Ah, pistas de autos. Car, um, roads, car roads, something like that. I'm not sure about.
Yeah,
You play a lot with cars?
yeah.
Why?
Because I love it. Imagine I had in a career
Uh-huh.
with other with more cars, and imagine the cars trash.
Okay. A race. A race.
Yeah,
Huh? It's called car tracks. Car tracks. Hot Wheels car tracks. No, it was very popular in those days. Mhm. Okay. Did you play with dolls, girls? Do you know what is a
yeah.
doll?
Some
A little
With
bit.
a little bit, like with Barbies and things like that. Did you have all these accessories, clothes, and houses of Barbies?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, as well. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let's watch the video introduction.
Welcome to Unit 7. This unit is all about the past and remembering. I remember when I got my first bicycle. It was blue and I loved it. My dad taught me how to ride it and I was a good student. This unit focuses on past events in history and your own past memories. What can you remember from your childhood?
I remember when I went to my grandparents' house in Sama.
I can remember the first time I had an ice cream.
I remember going on a holiday with my family to Norway.
Who discovered the structure of DNA? And which Hollywood film star is behind the invention of Wi-Fi and mobile phones? Read the text Forgotten Female Firsts and find out. Vocabulary and listening looks at adverbs. For example, slowly, quietly, well. Adverbs are very useful when you are telling stories. I slept badly last night. So I woke up late this morning. I cycled to work very quickly. Luckily, I didn't fall on the icy roads. What do you say when it's somebody's birthday? How about when people get married? In everyday English, you'll learn some expressions in English for special occasions. Missed a class? You can go online to look at the material again and do the online activities. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Okay, so it is always suggested that we go online, yeah? Okay, so it is this part, girls. We have 20th century. How much do you know about the last century? Yeah, we're in groups. Bueno, no tenemos groups, así que nada más están ustedes dos, chicas, yeah? Girls, Alejandra and Lau. And do the quiz history, ¿vale? Ask each other the questions. We are on page 70, página 70, ¿vale? It's according what you think. Yeah, for example, we'll do the first together. Vamos a hacerla juntas. El primero. So sorry. So sorry. Thank you. When was the Russian Revolution? I think it was in 1924. Yep. Like this, all right? With what you think. Number two, number one, just I check number one, okay. Number one, Laura, can you read this? What is that, the question?
When did Henry Ford sell the first Model T motor car?
When do you think it happened, Alejandra? I think it was
In 1908.
1908, maybe. Yeah, could be. Okay, could be. Next, Alejandra, can you read this? How many?
Yes. How many people died for flu between 1918 and 1919?
How many people do you think, Laura? 2 million, 10 million, 50 million. It was the first pandemic, la primera pandemic.
2 million.
Maybe 2 million. Could be. Laura, what?
What did Alexander Fleming discover in 1928?
What did he discover? Did he discover, Ale? What do you think? X-ray, DNA, or penicillin?
I was,
He
I
discovered.
think,
I think
eh?
he discovered.
I think he discovered penicillin.
Penicillin. Yeah, could be possible. Can you read this one, please?
Yeah. When did the first Superman comic appear?
When do you think it happened, Laura?
I think in 1959.
Mhm. Probably. Yeah, probably. Next, can you read it?
When did people start using digital computers?
I think 45 years ago. What about you, girls? What do you think? The first digital computer
I think 65 years ago.
could
I don't
be.
know.
You, Laura? The first computers, the first digital computer.
I don't know, about 85 years ago.
All right. Why not? Uh-huh. Can you read this, Laura? How much?
How much did the first color TV cost in 1955?
First color TV. How much do you think it cost? Ale? $195. Uh-huh.
I think cost $495.
Probably. Color TV. There was a famous Mexican who created this color TV. Do you remember the Mexican guy? No?
No, I don't remember the name.
Remember? Camarena. Camarena was the
Francisco
guy.
Ajá, así no, Camarena, sí.
He created
El otro
the
es el
color.
del himno, ¿no? Boca Negra.
Yes, exactly. That's from the anthem in Mexico. But it was an engineer who created the color TV, no? Who patented the color TV. Ale, can you read this? On which?
Yeah. On which day in 1969 did man first land on the moon?
What do you think, Laura? It happened.
I don't remember, but I think on July 20.
Yes, 20th. Porque estamos hablando de los cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers, sorry. 20th. Do you think so, Ale?
20th.
Yeah, I think same.
Okay, same. Okay, can you read this, Laura? When did
When did the Berlin Wall come down?
when do you think it happened?
I think happened in 1989.
Yeah, 1989. Yeah. Wall. That is wall. Pared. O muro también puede ser. O, Carmen, Mari Carmen. Hiya. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Creo que no tiene audio, ¿verdad? So sorry. Ya se sale. Ya mejor me voy. Alejandra, when did
When did the public start using the internet?
good question, right? Very important internet invention. When do you think it happened? Betty?
About 45 years ago?
Do you think so, Ale? Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's find out the correct answer. Let's see if you were right.
7.1 20th Century Quiz 1.
B. Henry Ford sold the first Model T motor car in 1908. It cost $825 and came in grey, green, blue and red, but not black.
2.
B. The Russian Revolution was in 1917. It started in St. Petersburg.
3.
C. About 50 million people died of flu between 1918 and 1919. It was more than died in the First World War.
4.
C. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928. He discovered it by accident.
5.
A. Superman first appeared in a comic collection in 1938, but the first Superman-only comic appeared in 1939.
6.
B. John Atanasoff invented the very first digital computer in the 1930s, but the first programmable computers began to appear about 65 years ago.
7.
C. The first colour TV cost $1,295 in 1955. In the 1970s, they cost around $350. This was still very expensive at the time.
8.
A. Neil Armstrong landed on the moon on the 20th of July 1969. The second man to walk there was Buzz Aldrin.
9.
C. The Berlin Wall came down on November the 9th, 1989. It was the beginning of the end for Communist Europe and the Soviet Union.
10.
A. Universities developed systems of communication between computers in the 1970s and 80s, but the general public first began to use the Internet about 25 years ago.
25 years ago, the internet, no? So those are the answers. 1917, the Russian Revolution. 50 million died in the first pandemic, la primera pandemia, no? The flu pandemic. Penicillin, Alexander Fleming, yeah, si notan también los Fleming Laboratories, it's very popular, Fleming Laboratories. 65 years ago, about computers, I didn't know about that, and July the 20th, you were right about that, and it cost 1,295, the color TV. It was so expensive, and it was a huge box, a huge furniture, mueble grandezote. And the Berlin Wall came down in 1989. Remember, it was about communism and capitalism. And it was a little bit about like Russian influence because Russians, the Soviet Union in that time, and they prohibited certain areas of Berlin to visit relatives. It was the Cold War during those days. La famosa Guerra Fría, Cold War, no, between USA, Germany, and Russia. Yeah, it was a mess in that time. Okay, so let's go to the next part. The good old days, the good old days. Look at the pictures. We have Billy talking to his granddad, yeah, about when Roger was young. Yeah, Roger. Roger is the grandpa, mhm, or the granddad. Mhm. So look at the pictures. What did he like based on the picture? What did this granddad like when he was young?
The classic cars.
Classic cars, yeah.
The comics, action
Com-
comics.
yeah.
Go to the beach.
Going to the beach, maybe. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, so let's hear these guys talking about the things that the granddad did in the past. Yeah.
7.2.
Pick the correct actions or the favorite things that he enjoyed doing when he was younger. Programs on TV, sports, pocket money, holidays, housework, comics, school.
2. The good old days.
Grandad, when you were a boy, did you have television?
Of course we had television, but it wasn't colour TV like now. It was black and white. The screens weren't very big, like they are now, and there weren't many channels.
How many channels were there then?
Only 2. But that was enough. We loved it. But there were no programmes in the morning.
What? So, what time did programmes begin?
They didn't start till after 4 o'clock, when I got home from school. That's when the children's programmes were on. There were some brilliant programmes for children. I was always sad when they stopped at 6 o'clock and the grown-up programmes started. That's when I did my homework.
Did your mum and dad give you pocket money?
Yes, but I worked for it. I did the washing up every day. We didn't have dishwashers in those days.
No dishwashers? Oh, that sounds awful. So, how much pocket money did you get?
I didn't get much. I got 6pence a week. That's only about 3p these days. But, oh, it seemed like a lot. I bought comics and sweets with it.
What sort of comics did you buy?
I bought a comic called The Eagle. That was full of adventure stories. And Superman.
What? They had Superman comics then?
Oh, yes. And they were very exciting to me. They had adverts in them from this strange, amazing country called America. I really wanted to go there.
So, did you?
No. People didn't go abroad for their holidays then. It was too expensive. I didn't go on a plane till I was a lot older.
So, where did you go on holiday?
To the seaside in England.
How did you get there?
My dad drove. We had a Ford car. A Ford Prefect it was. We went to the same place every year.
Why did you always go to the same place?
Because we all liked it there.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't alive then. It all sounds really boring.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong. We didn't have so many things to choose from in those days, and everything we did seemed really exciting.
Okay. One more time, girls? One more time? But that's okay.
That's okay for me.
Okay. What about what did he mention?
Programs.
TV,
Huh?
pocket money,
Holiday.
Uh-huh.
comics,
Comics?
school,
And housework.
Housework, yeah. Housework, yes. School, no. Oh, yeah, maybe. No, it's fine like that. Pocket money, what is pocket money? Any ideas of what pocket money mean? Pocket money.
Como un poco de dinero.
Mm, uh-uh. What is pocket money? Laura knows the answer. Laura knows the answer. What is pocket money, Laura?
Que traía un poco de dinero con él.
No. No, sorry. Pocket means bolsillo. Se preguntarán, bolsillo de dinero or something like that? Well, actually, it's not. Pocket money is the money that you normally receive or you earn from doing housework or from doing activities at home. Sometimes, here, for example, first of all, in England, people or children used to earn money doing housework at home. Yeah, doing, wash the dishes, clean the house, I don't know, cutting grass, all those activities. Their parents or his or her parents gave them money because he earned that money from doing this kind of thing. Sometimes grandparents used to give pocket money or used to give money to their grandchildren. Yeah. In Mexico, it was believed that if you go to church, to the cathedral every Sunday, your parents, your grandparents, your godparents, after finishing the mass, después de que terminaba la misa, they gave you money, ¿vale? Entonces, en México se puede decir que es tu domingo, ¿ya? No. Did you receive pocket money when you were a little girl? When you were little girls, girl? Normalmente así se ganaba el dinero, ¿no? If you go to the mass, si ibas a misa, ya. After the mass, te daban tu domingo. Ya seas tus papás, tus padrinos, tus abuelos. A veces, haciendo cosas, pero normalmente era domingos, ¿ya? Por eso se le llamaba domingos. Did you receive pocket money when you were a little girl?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
It happened to me. Yeah, I also received pocket money because of that, ¿no? Siempre, my mom, my grandparents were very Catholic. Eran muy católicos, entonces we used to go to the church every Sunday. And after the church, after the mass, they gave me pocket money, ¿no? Y ya, after the mass, I bought sweets. I spent my money on, I don't know, stupid things. Going to the shop and things like that, ¿no? Pero normalmente así recibía. No sé ustedes si fueron, if you were Catholic when you were a child, when you were children. ¿Así también lo recibían ustedes? Pocket money? Or just
Yes, teacher.
for doing housework?
For doing housework.
For doing housework. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. You know the Mexican culture, we are very Catholics and we receive money every Sunday, ¿no? Entonces por eso se le llamaba domingo. Okay. Listen again and complete Billy's question. This time you have to listen again, but complete this question. Ya tienen varias hechas. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1, ¿puedes leerla, Alejandra? Did you?
Yeah. Did you have television?
Next, Laura.
How many TV channels were there?
Yeah, were there. Yeah, si notan aquí, did you have, es con auxiliar did, porque tenemos un verbo, ya, have. Por eso es el pasado, no hay necesidad, there is no need of conjugation, ya. Here, aquí no tenemos ningún verbo. ¿O si hay verbo? ¿Dónde está el verbo? ¿Un verbo extra? No hay, ¿verdad? So that's why is where. A veces puede ser did, pero también a veces puede ser was or were. In this context es había. Sometimes it's missing the auxiliary, sometimes it's missing a verb, sometimes it's missing the WH question. So you have to pay attention, listen and complete. Y ya se trabó. Sorry.
7.2. The good old days.
Grandad, when you were a boy, did you have television?
Of course we had television. But it wasn't colour TV like now. It was black and white. The screens weren't very big, like they are now. And there weren't many channels.
How many channels were there then?
Only 2. But that was enough. We loved it. But there were no programmes in the morning.
What? So, what time did programmes begin?
They didn't start till after 4 o'clock, when I got home from school. That's when the children's programmes were on. There were some brilliant programmes for children. I was always sad when they stopped at 6 o'clock and the grown-up programmes started. That's when I did my homework.
Did your mum and dad give you pocket money?
Yes, but I worked for it. I did the washing up every day. We didn't have dishwashers in those days.
No dishwashers? Oh, that sounds awful. So, how much pocket money did you get?
I didn't get much. I got 6pence a week. That's only about 3p these days. But, oh, it seemed like a lot. I bought comics and sweets with it.
What sort of comics did you buy?
I bought a comic called The Eagle. That was full of adventure stories. And Superman.
What? They had Superman comics then?
Oh, yes. And they were very exciting to me. They had adverts in them from this strange, amazing country called America. I really wanted to go there.
So, did you?
No. People didn't go abroad for their holidays then. It was too expensive. I didn't go on a plane till I was a lot older.
So, where did you go on holiday?
To the seaside in England.
How did you get there?
My dad drove. We had a Ford car. A Ford Prefect it was. We went to the same place every year.
Why did you always go to the same place?
Because we all liked it there.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't alive then. It all sounds really boring.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong. We didn't have so many things to choose from in those days, and everything we did seemed really exciting.
.3 Billy's questions. 1,
Did you have television?
2,
How many TV channels were there?
3,
So, what time did programmes begin?
So,
What time?
what time did class begin? Correct.
4,
How much pocket money did you get?
How much pocket money did you
Yes, correct.
5,
What sort of comics did you buy?
What sort of comics did you buy?
Did you buy? Yeah, correct.
6,
So, where did you go on holiday?
So what did you went on holiday?
Where? Where did you?
Where?
Where did you? Go. Where did you go? Remember?
Go?
7,
How did you get there?
8,
How?
How did you get there?
How did you get there? Correct. And can I?
Why did you always go to the same place?
Why did you always go to the same place? Why did you go to the same place? Mhm. Okay, so we have 1 minute left. Girls, can you do exercise number 3 for homework? Imagine what Roger said about these things. In those days, we didn't have mobile phones. Make sentences. Yeah, make sentences about like the example, okay? And tomorrow we will check that. Exercise number 3, please make sentences about this. You have an example over there. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow.